Hello, today we're going to talk about how to write an intro and conclusion for an essay of literary analysis. My favorite way to think about this is that essays are like martini glasses. The introduction starts with a big picture hook and it's wide and broad before narrowing down into a thesis statement. From there, all of the body paragraphs are very focused on the thesis, before in the conclusion you can fan back out with reiterating your thesis and ending with a bigger picture connection. So first we need to start with crafting a thesis statement. My favorite way to do this is through this context, subject, claim triangle. So context is kind of the world you're writing in, your subject is what you're writing about, and then your claim is what you're going to argue about that. So for my context, I might write about the Hunger Games and modern day society. That might be where my argument lies. I might write about beauty in that and end up with some sort of claim like this. Collins criticizes America's unnatural beauty standards through the capital's outlandish appearances. That's going to be my one sentence thesis or main argument of my entire essay. So then I can go back to the intro and conclusion and see how that thesis is going to play into both of them. So let's start with our intro. So we already wrote our thesis, okay? But now we need a big picture hook unrelated to the novel directly that is going to hook our reader into this topic. So I might start with a fact like this. A woman spends $15,000 on beauty products in her lifetime. Eyeshadow, eyeliner, mascara, lipstick, lip liner, lip gloss, foundation, powder, blush. Women are taught from a young age that they need makeup to achieve beauty. So this is a big picture hook. It starts with a fact. It's not directly related to the novel, but you can definitely see how it's related to my subject. However, if I was going to just jump from here to my thesis statement, things wouldn't fully connect. I need some sentences of transition that are going to introduce the novel, that are going to introduce the author, and give a little background needed to connect these two ideas. So I might add something like this. Suzanne Collins calls attention to the societal lie in her novel, The Hunger Games. Here, Collins creates a capital society that chooses over-the-top clothing and makeup choices to create beauty in order to hyperbolize the choices she sees in America. So this, again, introduces the novel, introduces the author itself, and gives some background information. So now if I read my whole introduction, it's going to flow. A woman spends $15,000 on beauty products in her lifetime. Eyeshadow, eyeliner, mascara, lipstick, lip liner, lip gloss, foundation, powder, blush. Women are taught from a young age that they need makeup to achieve beauty. Suzanne Collins calls attention to this societal lie in her novel, The Hunger Games. Here, Collins creates a capital society that chooses over-the-top clothing and makeup choices to create beauty in order to hyperbolize the choices she sees in America. Collins criticizes America's unnatural beauty standards through the capital's outlandish appearances. So from there, I've written now my introduction. My body paragraphs will all stay focused on that thesis. After I've completed that, I can then fan back out into my conclusion. So again, we've written this thesis and now we've written the whole paper and we want to kind of just reiterate to our reader what we actually proved in our essay. So we're going to start with a 3 to 5 sentence thesis proof. And in that, I love starting personally with the word clearly. Clearly, the capital's over-the-top hair, makeup, and clothing styles serve as a critique of the American beauty ideal. Katniss's disgust with their fashion choices further accentuates Collins' distaste with the choices of Americans today. The vibrant descriptions create a clear picture for readers of the masking power of makeup. So this, again, is really just reiterating, hey, this is what I proved throughout my whole essay. From there, then, I can end with a bigger picture connection and fan that reader out, prepare them to re-enter the world. Collins' message serves as a great reminder for everyone that beauty is more than makeup, hairstyles, or clothing choices. Even celebrities have begun to post no makeup selfies. As Americans become more and more aware of the mess that makeup creates, they begin to challenge the status quo and look for beauty within. Okay, again, ends with kind of a challenge for our reader to see the world in a new way without directly referring to the reader itself. So you can see how essays are really like martini glasses, starting with that big picture, really focusing into the thesis, staying focused on that before fanning back out into a thesis proof and big picture connection.